Hello there, welcome back to another episode of Hasbro, and today we're doing another unboxing of Ghostbusters stuff. The next couple of videos are all going to be Ghostbusters, warning, spoiler warning. So the last video I did was the Ghostbusters Hasbro Ecto 1. I said I didn't have any figures for that car. I kinda lied. I didn't have any figures for that video because I was doing an unboxing of Egon Spengler and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Ghostbusters Fright Features figures. These are some doubles I ended up with after getting I got the entire first set as a present, but I didn't know I was getting them as a present, and I'd already bought myself these two. So I've got the full set still in box, and these two are spare, so they're getting opened up. My kid can play with these and whatnot with the car. So let's have a look at the packaging of Egon. So we have the basic Ghostbusters Afterlife logo there with the rivets and the caution striping, that background as seen on everything with pictures of the mini puffs, the Ecto 1 and whatnot. So we've got Egon sitting there. You can see him in there, he comes with a little ghost. So let's get you in focus, there we go. And it also, along with the Ecto 1 fin, with the name and details, we've got a little cartoon picture of Egon shooting a proton beam which matches up to the figure, which looks quite good. We will get to that soon. On the back we have Ghostbusters Egon Spengler, the brains behind the busting. Egon Spengler takes on the most frightening ghosts in town. Then the rest of that's repeated in various languages. Then you've got the Ghost Fright feature, which shows us the ghost, and its Fright feature, which opens up and reveals a scary face. So yeah, so that's that packaging. We'll have a quick look at the Stay Puft packaging, because there's not really much difference. It's all exactly the same, except this picture of Stay Puft, which before the movie came out, I was one of the people that hoped that all the mini puffs would form into a big full-size Stay Puft, and this picture I think is where that rumour came from, because that's what it looks like, and I think that was to throw people off the scent of what would actually happen in the movie. I kinda wish it happened. It shows you the Fright feature there. Let's see what it says about Mr. Stay Puft. Ghostbusters Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. A skyscraper-sized spectre, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is big, sticky, and anything but sweet. And then it shows his Fright feature, which includes him twisting up. So let's do an unboxing and have a look at Egon first. So here we have Egon out of the box. I've got the proton pack at his feet. I've got his ghost sitting at his feet. Just having a look at details. As you can see on the back, there is a hole to slot in the proton pack so that he can put it on. So he doesn't always have to wear the proton pack. He's got his name actually printed on his name badge on his chest, and the Ghostbusters logo on his shoulder is well printed as well. It looks like his jumpsuit. It looks like classic Ghostbusters Egon. The face is brilliant. I love the way they've done the glasses, unlike a lot of Egon toys that have just stuck on glasses that always look poorly made. The ghost, I'm not sure what the ghost is. It's a little fat person with something on his head. I'm not sure if at some point this started off as supposed to be looking like a mini puffed, but who knows. So let's get this proton pack on him and have a look. As you can see, the proton pack pops on nicely. It isn't stiff, as it just pops on, pops back off. Same with the proton wand. You can pop that off and put it in his hand. It looks pretty good. Yeah, so that Egon figure is fantastic. The proton pack is just all black. I can see myself maybe giving this a little custom paint job just to add in some detail. I'm not 100% sure yet. We shall see. So let's have a proper look at the Fright Features Ghost. So here we have the Fright Features Ghost. As I said, I'm not sure what it's meant to be. Is it supposed to be a little mini puff? I'm not sure. You're supposed to press this button on his back to activate the Fright Features, but this door is pretty stiff, and it pops open to reveal this. So you can see that little mechanism there. If I close just this one and leave that open, it activates, no worries, but if I close that one, it's pretty stiff. I've got to push in really hard, so I think I may have to somehow loosen this up before I let my son play with it, because even I'm struggling to get that to open up. But yeah, that's a pretty cool Fright feature. I like the ghostly face on the inside, the details, just makes it look cool, but I'm still not sure what the figure itself is supposed to be. So, yep. So, let's have a look at that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And here we have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Mr. Stay Puft himself, my boy, my favourite character in all of Ghostbusters. This figure looks amazing. I can't wait just to have this sitting on my shelf. It's not the biggest action figure, which we'll get to later. We'll get to the fact it's not the biggest Stay Puft. It's probably the shortest Stay Puft action figure that I own. But it looks fantastic. That face is perfectly menacing. That is a great representation of Stay Puft's angry face. There's been plenty of toys with Stay Puft's angry face, and I've just not been a fan of them, but I really love this one. It's the perfect blend of cartoon and live action Stay Puft. That's the way I see this. He's got his sailor bib on, he's got his red ribbon, he's got his little sailor hat on. The Stay Puft in the sailor hat could have been written in white. That could be something that I customise on my own, depending on how I feel. He's in a classic Stay Puft pose, arms out, he's ready, but then we get to the Fright feature, which I'm going to show you now. Right, so this Fright feature is pretty cool and unique. I really love this Fright feature. It gives him a bit of dynamic play. He's doing no articulation because of this Fright feature, but because the Fright feature is so cool, I like the way of it. So what I've got to do is squeeze this leg towards that leg, so just squeeze the legs together. And he spins up, making himself much taller, and his arms raised up. He is angry. So to get him back, you just push his head down. You've got to do it a bit forceful. It puts him back into place. As you can see, his arms go back down. And then he spins up. Perfect. So let's have a look at the details in this part in close up. So as you can see, that was kind of teased on the artwork on the box. The packaging for this Stay Puft, there's lots of mini puffs within this splattered marshmallow in his stomach. You can see faces, you can see full mini puffs, you can see stretched out mini puffs, you can see half melted mini puffs. You can also see some marshmallow dripping down from the top torso, as well as a marshmallow spine, which I think is a great little detail. So if you want to pretend that all the mini puffs formed this Stay Puft and that's why he's not as big, that could work. So yeah, I love the Fright feature on this, especially this added detail. They could have just had the splat without these mini puffs in it, but I think that's just icing on the cake. So let's have an overall look at them. Yes, I love these Fright Features figures. I've got the full set of the classic Busters. I just need to get the Afterlife set, as well as Slimer and Muncher to complete my Ghost set. I'm not sure if they're going to do another wave, because at the time of recording this, there is going to be a Hasbro announcement soon, but I'm not sure if that's going to be to do with the Plasma series, maybe more Fright Features, who knows. But as you can see, Stay Puft is about the same height as Egon from the tip of his hat to the tip of Egon's hair. But as soon as you activate his Fright features, he does become a bit bigger and a bigger threat. So yes, that is some great play features here. And as I noted, these are for the Ecto 1 playset, so I will show you how the figures look with that. Yeah, so even set up like this, they look good displayed, but these figures are made to interact with the car, so all I've got to do is pop off the proton pack. You can see there's a hole in the back and there's a peg in this door. So get them in a seating position, plug that peg in. He's not going to fall off that seat now. Pretend he is controlling that, so now you're able to drive about and he can interact with the Ghost. I can't remember how this fires. Do they just shoot this way or do they just push it in? There we go. He has shot Stay Puft. He is angry now. So yeah, kids are going to love it. I'm going to love it. I'm going to have to try and figure out how I want to display this. Do I want him in the driver's seat? Do I want him in the gunner seat? Or do I want him to stand him beside it? I don't know. But I love these Fright Features figures. They're great. They're going to look great displayed. But yeah, my son is going to love these next time he's down to play with. Especially this, I think he's going to enjoy the Ghostbuster with the car, because the last time he played with it there was no Ghostbuster and it was just the car driving about. So I highly recommend them. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy what you see, I've got plenty of other Ghostbusters videos, plenty of other action figure videos, computer game videos. I'm going to be streaming the new Ghostbusters game as soon as the collector's edition arrives. I'll even do an unboxing when that arrives. But yeah, I've got plenty more to come. The next Ghostbusters video is going to be messy. I'm warning you now, it's going to be messy. I'm not looking forward to the mess. But if you're new and you liked it, hit us with a like, subscribe. If you're a vintage viewer, thanks for coming back. And as always, don't forget, have a gidgeon.